T. Clark here, and this video is going to go over the 2016 AP Computer Science A FRQ number 1A. So in this one, I'm using trying to use JuiceMine. So this is an experiment on my part. That's why I'm doing the 2016 FRQ, because those were kind of weird and I wasn't thinking of doing them. But they're challenging problems, and I might as well make a video on those. I was going to get bored, so I wanted to challenge myself anyway. But either way, first things first, we can assume that everything in the quick reference has been imported. I had to type the import Java util just because I want the code to work with my my main runner. So I just had that. You don't have to have that line, but otherwise this is the same stuff. You can assume that are not null. All the parameters are not null, and the preconditions are satisfied. And we should be using the accessible methods that are there, and you shouldn't be doing any extra work. I did some extra work beforehand. I haven't looked at these questions except to get that extra work set up. That way when I run it, I can see if it gives me the correct answer. We'll see if that code works or not, but I haven't looked at these other than that in several years. So first off, 2016 number 1, the question involves the implementation and extension of a random string chooser class. So I have the string chooser class blank because that's what we're writing. Okay, we have an array of non-null string values. So that's how we construct it. So we're constructing it. So we need that constructor using non-null string values. Can I write on this with my pen? What do I got on my tools? I don't even know. I guess I can't. I tried my shortcut. Oh well. And let's see. We have a getNext method, so we have to write the getNext method, which will return a randomly chosen, so we got to use some random stuff, string from the available strings in the object. So our object, our random string chooser object, will have a bunch of strings, probably in an array or an array list, however you want to do that. And then it'll choose a random one. And once a string has been returned, it is no longer available. Okay, so I want to make a list then, because I can remove it from the list. If there's nothing there, it'll return none. So it's returning a string. And so here's my example. So I have a word array with wheels on the bus, 4 different strings in an array. And then I create my string chooser variable object using a new keyword. It makes a constructor, which takes in that string array. And then I call getNext 6 times, looks like, and I'll get the next one of these words randomly, then one of the other ones, then one of the other ones, then one of the other ones. So it'll pick all 4 words, and then it should pick none and none. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so 4 words and then none, because it's 6 total. Excuse me. So it says write the entire random string chooser class. Oh, what the heck? Excuse me. Your implementation must include an appropriate constructor and any necessary methods. So the method would be the getNext, because that's what's in the example. So you have to have that .getNext method. Any instance variables must be private. I'm thinking I'm going to make that list, the instance variables. So I'll have a list. And then the code in the example must have the indicated behavior. So this code must work using the .getNext, and it should print out something like this. But again, it's random, so it won't always be bus first. What else we got? Neither constructor nor any of the other methods should alter the parameter passed to the constructor. Okay, so the parameter doesn't change. The word array doesn't change, I mean. Oh, so it doesn't copy. Okay, so that's normal. So first things first, I have my class, random string chooser. So public class random string chooser, enter bracket, enter. Give myself some room here. And like I said, I want to make the an array list of strings. And these will just be my words, I'll say. That's my, oh, but it has to be a private. Oh, I almost forgot my main thing they told me to do. So I have my words is a private array list. And then I'm going to have a public constructor, and my constructor has to match the class name. So random, if I can type, I cannot. Random string chooser. Okay, it's a constructor that takes string values, an array of string values. So string, bracket, bracket, input words. I'll just say input words. Enter, bracket, enter. Okay, then basically I need to initialize my words array list. And I think in 2016 I saw some of the other questions. They were just using list. But from now on I think we're just using array list. So I don't even need the string there. I could just say new array list blank. So I have my words private instance list set up. So it's in a new array list. And I'm going to just go through the input words. So I'm looping. So I'll use a enhanced for loop. So for every word in my input words, I'm going to add it to my words array list. So words.add, I'm adding that word. And I'm going to triple check. I'm going to get my reference, APCSA. I should have had that open. Java Quick Reference is what you're given on the AP exam. And I'm going to zoom in down to the array list class, and I want to make sure it's .add. Yep, .add. I think in some other languages I'm using .append. So I could get confused, but if I look at my reference sheet, there it is, .add. So I have my constructor, and I think that's it. It just copies all of it over. Okay, then my next public class is going to be that .getNext, which returns a string. And then basically I'm going to add that return none just for now. So I'm going to say, okay, every time I get a next one, I'm going to return none, but I'm going to say if my words are there, if words.size is greater than 0. I'm going to remove, I'm going to get an int, I'm going to say, okay, my index is going to be math.random. And how does math.random work again? I've been doing too much Python. So I get a number from 0 to 0.999. Okay, I want to get an integer though, so I'm going to cast this as an int because it was a double. I'm going to cast all of it, whatever I'm doing over here. I'm going to stretch it out based on the word's size, however many words I have. And then I start at 0, so I don't need to add anything. So I think that's it. That's how I get the random number from 0. So if size is 4, it would be from 0 to 3.99999. And then the int takes away the points. So it'd be 0 to 3. Yeah, that's 4 numbers. Make sure I have my semicolon. Then I want to remove. So I'm going to, no, I don't want to remove. I'm going to return what I remove. So I'm going to say return whatever I remove. Triple check my remove. Remove needs an index. I got the index, so I'm going to say words.remove index. And it does give me that element that's right there. Yeah, it removes the element and that position, and then returns the element at that was there, and it's no longer there. And I think that's it. That should be it, maybe. Let's run it and see. See if my runners work. So in my main, I have, hope it doesn't crash. I have 1A uncommented. So I should run that code. There it is. So it should be like bus on the wheels, none, none. So bus on the, yep. Okay, let's run it again, see if I get a different randomness. So I got bus first twice. That's some interesting randomness. Okay, and there we go. Wheels, bus, the, on, none, none. Okay, looks like it's working. Oh, except that I have a lowercase. I think you can get away with that if it's lowercase. But I'm just gonna make sure it's capital none, none, and then that should be it for 2016 1A. Triple check it. Yep. Have a good day.